And you know, the saddest part about this game is it's my whole high school or teenhood. It's my whole teenhood. I used to come home to this game, play it all day, farm the battle passes all night and all day, go to bed, wake up, get ready for school, then repeat the same thing, come home. And you know, one thing's for sure, this type of game, it just made me think positive. Even though if I was toxic on the game, and I will be honest, I was a toxic douchebag on this game. But that's what made it fun for me.
You never know when it's over till it's actually over. You never know when you've logged in and played that final match until after the fact, until it's already done, until it's too late and there's nothing you can do to go back. Paladins is dead. Officially, Paladins is dead. Paladins will not be receiving any more updates. Everyone at Evil Mojo has been fired, or has been moved to Smite 2. This is not a drill, this is real, and I gotta say I'm shocked. Earlier this year, I made a video about how I probably need to transition over to a different game, most likely Deadlock, if Paladin Season 8 doesn't do well. I stuck around for Season 8. I covered the Season 8 update. It did alright as far as the channel is concerned, and when you take a look at the Steam numbers, Paladins really didn't gain any players from it, but at least it didn't lose players from it either, right? But I guess that was the final straw for Hi-Rez, and they decided to pull the plug, and every single game that's not Smite 2 is just done. Smite 2 is the only project they care about. Paladins will still have its servers operational until it is no longer profitable to keep the servers up. They'll probably still be selling skins. The game will probably still be up for at least another year, if I had to say, although can't really be certain of a timeline on that, but Rogue Company has been up for over a year without updates, so who knows how long Paladins will last. But yeah, this is the last update for Paladins. Like, Season 8, that's it. There's nothing. New ranked season? Nah. I mean, it's here, but what's the freaking point in grinding it anymore when Hi-Rez doesn't even care about their game? What's the point in buying skins anymore if we're not going to get updates for the game anymore, if balance problems aren't going to be addressed? This is the final balance state for the game, too. It's sad. And it's especially sad because the people at Evil Mojo, the actual developers working on the game, they truly care about it. I am a Paladins partner, as you guys know, and that means I have access to the Paladins partner program server on Discord, where we partners get to interact in a more personal setting with the devs. We get invited to early play tests, stuff like that. And the devs were working on stuff, really cool stuff. I still don't know exactly if I can say what, but it was going to be cool, and they were going to do some play tests too. They did not know this was coming, so I do not want to see anyone going and hating on any of the Evil Mojo developers, whether it's Cryptic or Srixis or Feisty or whoever. Partially because they all just got laid off. So, yeah, yeah, they didn't expect this to happen. There were going to be some cool things, and now that's all just gone, because someone at Hi-Rez said, well, Smite 2 is the only thing we care about anymore. Paladins? Nah, what's that game? And, you know, I have to say, I saw the Smite 2 numbers on Steam. It looked like it was doing fine to me. It looked like it was doing pretty good as far as a Hi-Rez game is concerned, and that gave me hope for Paladins too. But now with this, I mean, it's never going to happen. We are living in the worst timeline, truly. And it's such a bummer. There's nothing more to be said about it. It's just really sad. So yeah, I guess I'm done. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Hi-Rez doesn't care about Paladins anymore, so why on earth should I make more Paladins videos and do more Paladins live streams? There's no point. Genuinely. I mean, I did not expect Hi-Rez to make my decision for me about whether to stick around, so it is time to move on. That previous Paladins video about Nyx is the last Paladins video I'll ever upload, unless something changes in the future, which is kind of sad for that to be my last video, because it was an utterly pathetic video by my own standards. I even said as much in the description. I literally told you not to watch the video in the thumbnail, but that's it. That's the last Paladins video. And I guess, you know, just like Paladins itself, my Paladins career on YouTube ends with a whimper. which is really sad to think about. So let me tell you what I'm going to do. First of all, I'm not moving to Marvel Rivals. No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see anyone saying, "I told you so." You should have moved to Marvel Rivals when you had the chance. No, I'm still not doing that. Listen, I'm not going to make content about a game that I just do not care about. So that's not it. I will probably be transitioning into Deadlock. Might take a little bit to get things sorted out, figure out how I actually want to approach this, and get a good flow going as far as Deadlock videos are concerned. But that's the game I realistically see myself moving towards at this time. I'll probably do a Deadlock stream on Friday, and we'll just go from there. And we'll see if that can be successful. And I expect views to drop, no doubt, because transitioning from one game that I've been doing for 8 years to a game that is completely fresh is difficult for any YouTuber. It'll certainly result in a drop of views. I understand if you want to unsubscribe. I'll probably get a lot of people unsubscribing over the next couple days as Paladins dies a very painful death and flatlines. So yeah, I totally understand, but if you want to stick around for Deadlock content, then please do. If you haven't tried the game out, then I do recommend trying it out. It's a great game, and just keep an open mind. And sadly, it's not on consoles. Sadly, it's not even full release yet, so it'll take a little bit of time for everyone to get access to it. But hopefully, when it releases, I would assume later this year or maybe early next year, it'll be a very popular game, and maybe I can just ride that popularity curve up. That's what I've been thinking. But it's going to be a very difficult time here for me. It's a very difficult time for the Evil Mojo developers, too, who all just got laid off. So it's a really awful situation for everybody. And yeah, it just sucks. There's literally nothing more to say about it. My favorite game has just been effectively shut down. So if you want to support me and support the channel and help keep me going through these turbulent times as we transition the channel forward into other content, new horizons, at the very least, please consider liking videos, subscribing, leaving comments. That always helps videos do well in the algorithm. And yeah, that's cool. That's the least you can do. But if you want to help even more, then there's the memberships program. There's the subscriptions on Twitch, all that type of stuff. That really helps too. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Now, before I really go in and talk about it, I want everyone to know this, that I stopped playing Paladins as soon as Thunderbrush left the whole fucking game. They moved on. They went on to other games to support. They went on to Predecessor or whatever the fuck. And, you know, I had to accept it. But here's why I'm going to say the one thing I'm going to hate saying. The moment Thunderbrush moved away from the game was the moment it started declining. I noticed updates were extraordinarily more slower. Skins were reused over and over and over again. Battle passes became soulless. And eventually my, joy for the game started to fade. Unfortunately, it started to get very boring towards a point where I couldn't play the game anymore. So, I just gave up. And the saddest part about this game is it's my whole high school or teenhood. It's my whole teenhood. I used to come home to this game, play it all day, farm the battle passes all night and all day, go to bed, wake up, get ready for school, then repeat the same thing, come home. And one thing's for sure, this type of game, it just made me think positive. Even though if I was toxic on the game, And I will be honest, I was a toxic douchebag on this game. But that's what made it fun for me. When I was being toxic, I was just having the time of my life. I had other players being toxic to me too. But it's not really relevant. It's basically me just, feeling nostalgia for it. I just knew that this game was gonna die. That's really all I wanted to say as soon as Thunderbrush left the game. It's very unfortunate that Paladins is officially dead in the water this time. Not even on the raft at this point. The raft has been completely demolished. He's literally just overboard at this point. Just throwing it into the water with sharks, and now they're devouring Paladins slowly. So, it's unfortunate. But when you put all your eggs into the basket of Smite 2, it makes sense. No one's not going to give a fuck about Smite 2, and I believe that personally. And if they do, it's just because they were paid to. That's it. We ain't really wanting to do it because, oh, well, it would be really fun to do it with Paladins and forget about them and basically move on and act like nothing happened. Because if you really think about it, Paladins is quite boring now. So what's the point in that? Let's focus on Smite 2. Okay, go ahead. Look, guys. As of now, I will be always playing Paladins every chance I can get. Paladins is no longer retired. Paladins is now going to be active. I feel bad that the people at Evil Mojo got laid off and got screwed over. So at this point, I'm coming back. Pull up every single time when I come on stream. At least at a possible 10 or 11 for me to be playing Paladins. I'll see you guys. Peace out.
Hi, I'm Lucy Christian. I am the voice of Ochako Uraraka, and you should subscribe to Neusxanity's channel. Peace out!